Goes without saying that Europe's biggest enemy is Russian President Vladimir Putin at the moment. He has single-handedly orchestrated the biggest crisis in Europe since the Second World War. Putin has invaded a European country, sent alarm bells ringing across the continent, forced countries like Germany to militarize. Now, Israel says Putin has said sorry. What for? Did Putin just apologize for the war in Europe? Or is there something more that he has done and he's sorry for? Our next report has the answers.
Can you imagine Vladimir Putin saying sorry? No, not for the war in Ukraine, but in general. Can you imagine the tough Russian president apologizing to another country? Turns out he may have. Israel claims Putin said sorry. The obvious question is what for? The conduct of his foreign minister, says Israel. This is Sergey Lavrov. You know him. A couple of days ago, we told you that Lavrov had called Hitler part Jewish. He had said that the German dictator had Jewish blood. Lavrov did not stop there. He went on to say that most rabid anti-Semites tend to be Jews. Goes without saying, Israel was furious. It summoned the Russian ambassador, Israel's Foreign Minister Yair Lapid, and said Lavrov's remarks are unforgivable and outrageous. Lapid accused Lavrov of the lowest level of racism. Russia fired back. It called Lapid anti-historical. With both the sides up in arms, the leaders of Israel and Russia were left with no choice but to step in. Putin got on a call with Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett and said sorry. Did he have to? Did Putin have to apologize? Depends on who you ask. There is a good chance that Putin did this to ensure that Israel does not change its stand on the Ukraine war. So far, the country has remained more or less neutral. Israel has set up field hospitals in Ukraine, provided supplies, but it has refrained from sending weapons to Ukraine. It has also refrained from slapping sanctions on Russia. But Lavrov's comment touched a raw nerve. And Putin feared Israel may be pushed over the edge. So Putin bent his knee, or so the Israelis claim. The Russian readout of the call has no mention of an apology. All that it talks about is carefully preserving the historical truth about the events of those years and honoring the memory of all the fallen, including the victims of the Holocaust. We are not surprised, and we will tell you why. You see, Putin thrives on projecting an Iron Man demeanor. He does not want to be seen as a president who apologizes to a foreign power, even if the sorry is called for. To Putin, his image at home is more important than disaster management abroad.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.